You know, I'm really passionate about making decisions that align with your faith and your values, especially when it comes to your family. And one area where that can feel really challenging right now is healthcare. Costs keep rising, and it's hard to feel confident that you're choosing the right path. That's why I wanted to share something I've been learning about called Liberty Health Share. It's not health insurance. It's a healthcare sharing ministry, which means you're joining a community of believers who come together to help carry one another's medical expenses. It's people living out the idea that we're stronger when we support each other and show up for one another. They offer programs for different stages of life and different budgets. So whether you're newly married, starting a family, or just looking for a better, more aligned approach, it's worth checking out. If you've been praying about a better way to navigate healthcare, this could be something to look into. You can learn more at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Liberty Health Share, a force for good.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Five. I'm your host, Michael Ware, President and CEO of the Center for Christianity and Public Life. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd. Let's begin with a reading from the 123rd Psalm. To you I lift up my eyes, O you who are enthroned in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look to the hand of their master, as the eyes of a maidservant to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God, till he has mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, have mercy upon us, for we have had more than enough of contempt. Our soul has had more than enough of the scorn of those who are at ease, of the contempt of the proud. May God bless the reading of his word. All right, friends, so glad to be with you. Let's get right into the news. First up, former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan died at the age of 100 yesterday. He chaired the Fed for 5 terms under 4 presidents. An economist, Greenspan oversaw one of the longest economic booms in American history from 1991 through 2001. Alan passed away at our home this morning at the age of 100 from complications of Parkinson's disease, his wife, Andrea Mitchell, the journalist, said. He was a giant of a man who helped shape the U.S. economy for decades under presidents of both parties, but was always honest in acknowledging his mistakes. He will be remembered for his brilliance and his kindness. Being his life partner was the joy of my life. Next up, Vice President J.D. Vance said yesterday that the United States will allow Iran to sell oil in American dollars, including to American buyers. The change, he said, comes after Iranian officials agreed to let nuclear inspectors into the country. The Wall Street Journal notes that this sanctions waiver upends decades of crippling restrictions that prompted Iran to use back channels to sell its oil. The announcement signals that negotiators have made some progress in talks after they struggled to stay in a room together over the weekend. Finally, for today's quick updates, the New York Times published an impressive investigation yesterday about fatalities among American pedestrians. Since 2009, the number of pedestrians killed by car accidents each year has shot up by about 75%. The Times' investigation found that some of this can be attributed to cars physically getting larger, making crashes more dangerous. This is from the report. Our estimate is that about 200 to 400 pedestrians a year would not have died if vehicles had remained approximately the same size over the past quarter century. Now, we've put a link to the report in this episode's show notes. All right, now let's get into our main story. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced yesterday that he will resign from his post after members of his own Labour Party began to make clear that they no longer support him staying in the role. He won power in a landslide victory for Labour about 2 years ago, but his popularity plummeted in recent months, in part because of winter fuel subsidy cuts for older residents, and later because he moved to appoint an associate of Jeffrey Epstein to be ambassador to the United States. The question my party is asking now is whether I am best placed to lead us into the next general election, Starmer said during his announcement. I have heard the answer of my parliamentary party to that question, and I accept that answer with good grace. Starmer's exit is the sixth departure of a British Prime Minister this decade. Now, this announcement came after Andy Burnham, who was mayor of Greater Manchester, won a parliamentary election last week. Burnham's political reputation has stayed strong even while Labour support has flagged, and in a region that is sympathetic to the far right in UK politics and the efforts of people like Nigel Farage. As mayor, Burnham oversaw a boom in investment and development. If he stands for the position without any others seeking the role, Burnham could become the next prime minister as soon as mid-July. It's been a tumultuous decade for British politics. Starmer and Labour's victory in the summer of 2024 brought 14 years of Conservative Party dominance to a close. The country is still finding its footing on the international stage after officially exiting the European Union in 2020. One Prime Minister, Liz Truss, lasted only a few weeks in 2022, while others held on for a few years. I'll read briefly from a Washington Post report on the political turmoil. As voters have soured on Labour and the Tories, they have rewarded formerly fringe parties, particularly Reform UK, the surging anti-immigration party led by Brexit architect Nigel Farage. Reform UK trounced Labour in multiple recent elections, including 2 months ago when Labour lost more than 1,500 local council seats. In the resulting panic, nearly 100 Labour lawmakers called for Starmer to step down. Health Secretary Wes Streeting resigned last month in a prelude to a leadership challenge of his own. Defense Secretary John Healey quit in June, blaming Starmer's failure to further boost military spending. Now, an Associated Press report about Starmer's potential replacement, meanwhile, notes that Burnham has defied electoral gravity. He was able to see off the challenge from the anti-immigration Reform UK candidate and mop up votes from other left-leaning political parties. He substantially increased Labour's share of the vote to nearly 55%, which, if repeated on a similar scale across the country in this next general election, would no doubt see the party remain in power. With that, let's go to the Lord together in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Give us today the things we need today, and forgive us our sins and impositions on you, as we are forgiving all who in any way offend us. Please don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge, and you have all the power, and the glory too is all yours, forever, which is just the way we want it. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. As always, The Morning Five is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun Network, supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. If you'd like to learn more about our work at CCPL, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. Hope you have a terrific Tuesday.